Well, it's the start of August and I'm a few days late, so I thought I'd show you the Irish dresser calendar. Isn't that beautiful? I do love dresses, and I've got a bag of things for the charity shop there, but I'm just going to take you to have a look at the garden. Nothing's been tidied up. It's very windy, but we'll have a go at it. That's a lovely plant that I got for my birthday, and I've kept it, cut the flowers off. I've took some cuttings of some eau de cologne mint, so I'm pleased about that. I've got this plant here. This was £1. It's rosemary. This was a free one, and so were these. And that was £1. That's some sage. This is the little conifer that smells of lemons. I've got a few little dianthus out, as you can see. It looks like I need to deadhead my fuchsia, but there's some buds coming on. That's the citrus plant, and there's another one there. That's the parlour palm. I've got lots of shamrock here in the tub. I've cut some of it back. The bees love it. The hosta is in flower. I think this is going to be a sunflower. It's quite tall. I've cut the heads off of the daisies, but I think they might flower again. The teasels are starting to brown up now. I've put quite a few of the angels fishing rods back out of the pond, and there's the sage. There we are. I'm wondering which way to take you because of all the wind. This is the ornamental grape. It doesn't really have any grapes on it. This is what you get, just that. But I have noticed on this purple one here, you can see there's grapes on that. I don't think they're edible, but there's quite a few bunches. I've got some down at the allotment that are edible. The geranium, that's been battered a little bit, but it's alright. I've got one apple on my little tree. The lavender, I'm going to have to pick that, I think, if it's still any good. I've got one cosmos out. That's some more of the sage, and that's my rose, but it's looking a little bit worse for wear, so I'm going to take these leaves off because I don't like spraying it. The tansy out in flower. Look, it's a lovely herb, that is. And the marjoram has been absolutely full of insects. There's the sedum that's flowering up, ready for autumn. First thing up, last thing to flower. That's what I always say. Let's have a further look. This is the marjoram, look, that's been full of insects. The pansies just hanging on. I'm taking the dead heads off now. As I say, I've not got this ready for you to have a look at. You're looking at it with me as it is in real life. Nasturtium flowers, they're still going. All of the nasturtium is edible, even the seed pods. Very windy. That's the little fuchsia, look. Some of my house plants that I put outside. The money plants are looking good. bog garden. Not many flowers out at the moment. That's the aloe that we took some cuttings off of that fell on the floor. So that's the Joe Pye plant, the big purple one. The marigolds, look, they've been battered about by the wind. There's a little cherry tomato plant there. The tagetes, marigolds as well, have been full of insects. The herb Robert, that's still got some flowers on it. It's just starting to spit a bit with rain. There's another sedum. Some of my fruit plants. This is Lords and Ladies, and this is the seed pod. I always try and keep them. The ferns, another seed pod, Lords and Ladies. That's the new wood store. That looked lovely. My husband's built those out of scrap. Next to it is the twisted hazel. That is a punch tub that you used to use for doing your washing in. That's my old stone, 1692. That's the plinth that I was given. My little water feature. Looking down at the house now. You can see there's the plinths there. One's got a geranium on the right, and on the left is a pansy. All these trees here, the majority of them are fruit trees. I've got quite a few apples on them, but the cherries have obviously gone over now. I've got some Montbretia right at the top of the path that's orange coloured. I'm trying to do it without getting rained on. I've got a few birds in the garden, not many, because we did see a rat the other day, so we've stopped feeding for a while. There's plenty of food for the birds, but I don't want to attract rats. Let's just have a look at this lovely rose, see if I can pull it round for you. It's on the rusty arch. Some lighter coloured marjoram there. Like I say, not much in the way of flowers at the moment. I've got to cut this back, this fruit tree. It's gone a little bit mad. Of course the cherries are over now. The figs, they've all fallen off. I think it got a little bit too dry. There's my herb pot there. Look, with the sage in as normal. You know, I do like sage. A lot of the Christmas roses and the hellebores, they seem to be quite good with the serrated leaves. You can see one here. I've got quite a few of those, so they'll be nice later on. The pink tub behind the seat, that's mint. In the little cherub that's holding the little dish up, that's full of parsley. I'm hoping to put this little shrub, this tree, into the air. It's in a pot at the moment, and I'm going to do the same with this sedum. Everything's been mulched well. You can see that's where the birds sit. Quite a few apples on the tree. I don't know if you can see them. Some more berries come in. I've just made some jam. There's Woody outside my husband's workshop. Made all of that out of scrap. There's my two little reindeers. That's a foot scraper. That's what we found the other day. Little tree that might go in this year as well. I always do better. Let's have a look what else we've got. So I'm trying to fill this up a little bit more with some more dianthus. I've got different colours. They were on offer. That's the Herb Robert. I thought the colours looked nice together. And then I've got a Snapdragon at the end. So that's lovely when you just come through the gate. This is my little water feature. And it's got, I think it's Creeping Jenny at the side. And then I've got different mints here. Herb Robert again, holly, and of course the marjoram, a couple of geraniums, and that is the black lace at the back. Comfrey, pyracantha, that's got lots of berries on, they'll go a nice colour. And so has this pyracantha here, that's lovely. At the bottom that's a quince, and then I've got a fuchsia there, the red. Massive hips on the roses. That's the National Trust rose there, the red. A little bit of tansy on the left. Huge amount of lemon balm at the back. The Lucifer crocosmia, that's gone off into seed now. There's lots of poppy heads. Some more of my indoor plants. I always put them out for summer. That's the hedgehog house, and some water. Some more crocosmia, the orange. Some more of the comfrey that I've cut down, and it's come back up again, look, and it'll flower again. This is Achillea, I think. That's my big spider plant, and another Christmas cacti. Crocosmia, and my delphinium. That's gone off to seed now. Right. Back through the gate. Sounds like a neighbour's dog's barking. Oh yeah, that's Woody. There's my walking sticks near the door, and all my little horseshoes. That's a chrysanthemum. I was trying to remember the name. And that's it. There's a rose just coming out again there. I've cut them back. I've got some berries coming on the honeysuckle, and the ivy, I've cut that back, and the tree has been cut back as well. I'll just show you the crab apples, if you can see them. They're just on that. It's a ballerina tree, it goes straight up, and the frondy plant growing through it's a jasmine. You can see it's laden with fruit. Right, I think that's about it. Look at the apples. Bye.